Well, I've had my Christmas tree up for over a week now. I got the lights on, filled in most of the gaps to the best of my ability, but I still haven't put the ornaments on. So I thought maybe for today's vlog, I would go through the Christmas ornaments and decide which ones I'm going to actually put on the tree. There are boxes and cans of ornaments that just my family has accumulated over the decades. There's some ancient things like this that my parents had well before my birth. The paint's coming off, and those are definitely going on the tree just because they always do. But then what's this? 1988. It came out of a box of Captain Crunch. Apparently, we've treasured it always. Yeah, so that'll definitely be going on the tree. Other than that, real quick update. Not much to report. I have this mad scheme to put 23 new videos up on YouTube this month. So I've been filming a whole lot of my story reading videos that I haven't been able to post since February until this month. I finally posted another one the other day, or yesterday, I don't know, on the 1st. It is now the 2nd, so that would be yesterday. But I have a new microphone, so I'm on a roll getting these stories recorded, and my throat's kind of jacked up because some of the voices I do kind of hurt after a while. Because they take a long time, like they're short stories, but you know, if you're familiar with audiobooks, those things go on for hours and hours and hours. I recorded Nightlight 2, I think, and I haven't edited it to take out all of my goofs, but just raw, it's like 2 hours. And the first Nightlight, which is a fairly short story, ran for an hour, edited, almost an hour, like 50 minutes. That's up on YouTube now if you want to check it out. And other than that, I'm almost done with my novel, with my longest novel ever to date. The Legends of Nod Book 6. I've been actually slowing down in the writing because I have to have so much energy at the point where I am. I just want to make sure this is recording. Yes. Like that kept happening on my audio recordings. I would start reading and everything, introduce it, and then realize I never hit record. And have to start over, and I would get so angry. But yeah, so the chapter I'm about to write is it's like there are 2 climaxes to this novel. Just like there were like 3 back-to-back tragedies in this novel, there are 2 back-to-back climaxes. There's the action climax, which is what I'm about to write. Like the good guys versus bad guys clash. And then the next chapter is the emotional climax, which is really more what the book is about. And then after that, there are a few more chapters, I think, that just they're winding it down. They're tying up, they're putting a nice, pretty bow on the story. But yeah, I know I need to be able to plug in and not have anything else going on when I sit down to write these next 2 chapters. So, almost finished. I will be finished with it this month. Hopefully this week, if not this weekend, or this coming week, if not this weekend, I will be finished with the rough draft of that book. So that's all that's really going on with me, other than putting on ornaments. So, some of them, like this one. I don't know who designed this thing, but it's it's a bit filthy. So it's definitely going on the tree. I don't know. Like, I'm not gonna go through every single ornament. But I mean, a lot of these are kind of like, you know, I don't know, kind of like junk. But I don't know. Oh, this is a... Oh, I thought perhaps... Oh, it kind of is a functioning stocking. Oh well. I don't think I'll hang this one up. But there are some that are just favorites of mine. Like, I remember picking this one out as a little child, this little drummer boy ornament. That song always makes me tear up. I don't know why. It just does. Oh, these aren't ornaments, but where were these when I did my Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer video? There's that jerk I was telling y'all about. And his probably illegitimate son. I mean, if I'd had these when I was a little kid, Bumbles bounce, they never would have been left alone. They never would have been put away after Christmas. They would have just lived in my room. Here's a bag labeled Glenn and Val. My mother wrote that. This is the first time getting into the Christmas decorations since my mother passed away. So she's the one who packed these all up. It's like stuff we had from childhood. It has my sister's name on it. I'm gonna wrap that one back up. Oh, maybe I'll put that on the tree. And I always loved this one. This was me as a child. Carrying my blanket. I had this little white blanket that I always had with me for years. So I always found that one pretty relatable. And this one is like me as a child in an ugly Christmas sweater. This is a hideous ornament. I'm definitely putting it on the tree. Okay, so here's the pile of ornaments that I have deemed worthy so far this year. And I'll just pick out a few of them in a minute to show you up close. And there are more ornaments. There are so many more ornaments. So I don't know if these will be enough for this tree. I found a thing to put on top of the tree. It's kind of definitely lopsided. Oh well. Okay, I'm just gonna real quick go through a very few standout ornaments for me. These clip-on parrots. You know, it's not Christmas until you have parrots, right? My sister and I picked these out one Christmas. This one was mine, this one was hers. Clip them onto the tree every year. This one, I think, goes back to the 1950s or before. I don't know, it was my dad's. So it goes on the tree every year just because it's ancient and revered. Like my father. My cousin Mary got me this very religious ornament one year. This sock monkey, to me, represents my mother's spirit. Because she was always making people sock monkeys and putting them in the mail. You know, everybody's got to have a thing. 3 years ago, I think, the last time I was able to talk my mother into buying a new ornament for the tree that I chose. it was this. And I have no idea how I talked her into buying it, because she did not approve. But this is now going to go on the tree every year. I'm just going to grab a few of these. There are several. But my Aunt Sandy made these out of dough of some sort back in the 80s. So those are pretty cool and special. This is my favorite ornament. A Cocker Spaniel humping a candy cane. Reminds me of my dog Barney, who was a Cocker Spaniel who humped everything. I love this ornament. It's just so cute and filthy. No Christmas tree is complete without a werewolf wearing a Santa hat and beard. Which is from the cover art to my first novel. And there's lights in the trees behind him, like red lights. You know, if you want one of these, I think they're still available on the merchandise link on my author website. GlynnSladeClarkJr.com. You too can have a werewolf in a Santa hat ornament. And these, I think my mother and my Aunt Sandy made all of these together. Oh, it says Judy and Sandy, handmade. Does that say 1970? I think that says, it's hard to read Mom's handwriting, but I guess they made these like over 50 years ago, so cool. They go on the tree. Those are the highlights. Now I'm gonna hang them on the tree and see if they fill it up well enough. Alright, it's 3 days later. I got a little sidetracked. I did get most of the ornaments on the tree 3 days ago, but then I needed to stop and do a conversations in sunglasses with my friend Matt, and then I was doing editing on the Nightlight 2 story reading video for the entire weekend. That was so hard. Just so y'all know, I put so much work into those story reading videos. It's ridiculous. But yeah, so didn't get much else done. I did a couple conversations in sunglasses over the weekend and edited a video. And I finished putting up the Christmas decorations. So might as well wrap this video up with a tour of the decorations that, you know, Christmas upchucked all over my house.
Okay, so that's pretty much it. I have boxes more Christmas decorations, but you know, I don't have enough tree for all of the ornaments that my family has accumulated over the decades, and I don't have enough house for all of the knickknacks, the Christmas knickknacks that I could put up. I'd just be tripping over stuff if I put everything up. So the plus side of that is that I can change it up every year. I don't have to put the exact same things out every year. So that's this year. So I mean, that's pretty much, that's that. The holidays are officially kicked off. At least they will be once I watch the Albert Finney Scrooge musical. That's how I officially allow the Christmas season to commence every year, is I watch that movie. It's such a great movie. So I'm gonna do that. Probably watch the season finale of Doctor Who if it's up on Amazon. And then I'm gonna get back to work on my massive novel. So until next time, may whatever holiday you celebrate upchuck all over your house.